The automotive world just felt a tremor, and almost no one saw it coming. While Tesla dazzled Wall Street with autopilot demos and Lucid pushed luxury EVs into orbit, Toyota, the quiet giant, was working behind closed doors on something nobody expected. Not a better electric car, not a stronger hybrid, but something far more disruptive, a battery that might just make EVs obsolete overnight. No press conference, no red carpet event, just a single internal leak. A document traced back to Toyota's R/&D Center in Japan. In it, a test log, not theory, not concept art, but real-world data. A prototype vehicle codenamed Project X22 completed 1,030 kilometers on a single charge, with temperatures fluctuating from -15 degrees Celsius in Sapporo to 41 degrees Celsius near the Kiso Mountains. No degradation, no overheating, no loss in acceleration. Whispers call it the first commercial-ready solid-state battery. Not in development. Done. It charges from 10% to 80% in just over 10 minutes. Early lab readings suggest it could safely handle even faster, 5 minutes flat. That's not just game-changing, that's rule-breaking. While other companies used range anxiety as a scare tactic, Toyota didn't just solve it, they erased it from the map. So how did the so-called EV underdog suddenly leapfrog the entire industry? Smash that like button and hit subscribe right now, because these insider moves aren't hitting the headlines. And if you don't catch them here, you won't catch them at all. Because while everyone else was sprinting, Toyota was digging. They bet big on hybrids, Camry, Prius, RAV4, building trust and scale. But under that surface, a second war was brewing. One inside sealed labs and classified corridors. Billions of dollars funneled into energy research with a single mission: bypass lithium-ion entirely. In 2023 alone, while the media was fixated on Tesla's Cybertruck delays and Rivian's production issues, Toyota filed over 1,400 new battery patents, the vast majority related to solid-state tech. And now we know why. Lexus, their luxury division, has already begun road testing solid-state units in 2 upcoming models. Engineers refer to it as Type Z cell architecture. It's thinner, lighter, and dramatically more efficient than anything currently on the road. Forget 300 miles. We're talking over 600 miles on a single charge, with enough juice left for another 30. But what makes it so revolutionary? It's not just the range, it's the chemistry. Traditional lithium-ion batteries use liquid electrolytes to shuttle ions between electrodes. Efficient, yes, but unstable. They swell, they heat, they burn. Toyota's tech replaces that volatile liquid with a solid ceramic or glass electrolyte. Impervious, fireproof, and thermally stable. That means no explosions, no runaway reactions, just pure, predictable power. Even more insane, these cells pack 450 to 500 watt-hours per kilogram, nearly double what current Tesla Model 3 batteries offer. And get this, lab data shows over 2,000 full charge cycles with minimal degradation. That's 10+ years of daily use without noticeable drop-off. And while it might sound like science fiction, Toyota's results aren't theoretical anymore. Prototypes are being shipped to global testing centers in Germany, India, and the US under heavy secrecy. One insider claims Toyota is preparing 15,000 solid-state units for beta fleets by late next year. That's not a moonshot, that's a countdown. But perhaps the biggest shock isn't the battery itself, it's what it does to the industry. Imagine this: your car can drive from Los Angeles to San Francisco and back on a single charge, then refill in the time it takes to grab a coffee. And because the solid electrolyte doesn't require bulky cooling systems, the battery weighs less and takes up less space, making the car cheaper, lighter, and faster. And infrastructure that gets flipped too. With charge times cut from hours to minutes, fewer stations are needed. Less waiting, less grid stress. Even existing fast chargers could be adapted, with Toyota reportedly developing a next-gen 800V charging controller capable of safely handling these ultra-fast sessions. All of this, every breakthrough, was hidden behind a wall of silence. While the world mocked Toyota for dragging its feet, it was assembling a nuclear option. And now, it's ready to detonate. Some analysts say this is just a tech race that other companies will catch up to. But Toyota's got a head start, and massive production muscle. Once they lock in volume manufacturing for these new cells, the entire EV game flips overnight. Not by press release, but by product. Tesla might still own the narrative. But Toyota, it might soon own the roads. And if you think this is the peak, just wait. Rumors suggest Toyota is now in early talks with Panasonic and Cartel to license the solid-state design, enabling wider adoption across Asia and Europe by 2027. This isn't just about electrification anymore. It's about total energy dominance, and it's only the beginning. Still, one question keeps surfacing. If Toyota already has a prototype, why haven't you seen it on the road yet? That's the question executives are dodging behind closed doors. The truth. Solid-state batteries are a nightmare to scale, not because the tech doesn't work, but because perfection is non-negotiable. We're talking about materials so sensitive that even a microscopic flaw can short-circuit performance. Ceramic electrolytes, the holy grail of energy density, demand absolute sterility. One speck of dust, and it's game over. Manufacturing tolerances are in the sub-micron range. This isn't battery production, it's battery surgery. Toyota's engineers aren't struggling with the science. They've cracked the code. The real war is with consistency. Building one miracle battery is easy. Building a million identical miracles? That's what's delaying the revolution. And here's where it gets crazier. The cost per kilowatt-hour for these solid-state units is still 3 to 4 times higher than lithium-ion, even before they hit mass production. That's not just a problem, that's a fortress. But Toyota isn't backing down. Not even close. Target date for commercial rollout, between 2027 and 2028, with limited pilot fleets testing earlier in closed environments. The prototypes are real. The cars are coming. But the road is still under construction. While you were watching other automakers race to slap together EVs, Toyota was laying down a global empire. Not in secret, but without the media circus. Right now, multiple next-gen gigafactories are rising in Japan, North Carolina, and Eastern Europe. These aren't just extensions of old plants. They're designed from scratch, purpose-built for solid-state assembly lines. The first wave, Lexus. Toyota is starting from the top, using its luxury division as the proving ground. Why? Because it lets them roll out slower, smarter, and with higher margins. You won't see these batteries in the Corolla first. You'll see them in the RZ, the UX, and new all-electric Lexus flagships. And behind the scenes, they're re-architecting the entire supply chain. From raw lithium silicates to solid ceramic casings, the materials don't match traditional battery molds. So Toyota's response? Build the supply chain themselves. They're now producing in-house silicon anodes, which alone could slash transport costs by 30% across their battery lines. No outsourcing. No gambling. Just total control. How much are they betting on this? Over $13 billion has already been allocated just for platform R and D and infrastructure upgrades.